Hi everyone. I hope you can hear me. Let me know. I think there's a bit of echo as well, but I apologize. But I hope it's okay, and at least you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna get Cassidy to hear it, check out as well. And I apologize that it's taken. Oh, that's good. So thank you, Cassidy. It's took a little bit longer than 15 minutes. So at least this way, I think you can see me. I'm trying out a new streaming system, so it's just a bit of teething problems while I get um, used to it. So I'm sorry that I am late, but well, I'm glad to be here on a Friday. And let me adjust this. So if it looks a little bit different, that's okay. We'll get to it. We'll do our crafting. So today is our fourth in the series. So if you have been joining me for the last few weeks with the Storybook Moments suite, we've done three cards. This is our fourth one, and it was my featured suite for this month. So next month we'll have another product which I'll feature all month, every Friday, 8 o'clock. Sometimes it'll be pre-recorded, sometimes I'll join you live. Just depends on the situation of that week. But either way, you'll have some inspiration every week. So I'm going to recap all the cards that we created this month, and you can purchase the kit for all four cards, or you can get it free. So orders placed until the end of today, so not many hours today, it's being Friday, the 31st. Tomorrow will start next month's kit. So we have so far created, this was our first card, and with our kits you will get the envelopes and everything. So this was the first week. We did this one with a little frame. Oh, this those rogue dimensionals. And I should introduce myself. My name is Rochelle, and I'm from Stamping Flair, and I'm based in Melbourne in Australia. So great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. And so this was the first card we created, and it had a little frame and like a little picture, which I love that little house. Thought I need to feature that. And this was the second week we did a guy card with the garden patch bundle, which is part of this big suite. And third week we did a baby card because of course the little bunny lent itself to doing some baby cards. And so far we have these three and a bit of variety, and I like the differences we have there. And this week we are going to be doing this card. So another cute little one, and you know I love my linen thread. And so I will teach you some tips and tricks where how to assemble this and put it together. You will what I pull out of that envelope is what you will get in your kit, and you will get all the embellishments and everything like that. Envelopes, the inside of the card. I provide that as well. So stick with me while I share with you some coloring tips, ideas for using your dies, some for stretching those dies as well, and also hi Anita, thank you for joining me uh, and persevering with me here. Just I've had some issues, but I'm glad I'm here now. So we'll get on with the crafting. So $45 is a kit. I will have that kit available for a couple more days if you want to purchase it. The link is there, and that will close, I think, on the 3rd of February by memory. I just thought I'll give you a few extra days. But with ordering wise to get the kit, the free kit is today is the final day. Um, so in our kit, we have a boho blue. So this is one of the in colors um, that will be retiring this April. I really love this color. Uh, the all those colors, I really like that set of in colors. We've got a Night of Navy matte layer. Now this I did forget to emboss it, so I will be embossing it, and you will get an embossed piece in your kit, and that will be embossed with the eyelet embossing folder. which is just, I thought it was just a cute and subtle look to this. And I wanted to give this piece, I think it kind of gets missed because it's quite got a lot of uh, images on it. And like I've used the back of this and I thought it's nice to give all those little critters a bit of um, a focal um, or space on the front of the card so they've got so many fun little images there. And so I wanted to do that and showcase that. And we've got a matte layer for that. And then we've got some little bits and pieces there. So I will start off, I will keep that to emboss and you will have it all embossed. I just forgot to do it on mine. So I'll get that ready. So when we pull out our die cutting machine, we can do all that. So we'll start off with stamping our bunny in tuxedo black. I'm a bit surrounded today. I don't know. Yeah. Let me get my stuff. I pulled out my colored ink pads, but I didn't. Nothing like a bit of technology to just throw you out, isn't it? And the Cassie is sitting in front of me, and I said, "Oh, Zach," I said, lucky I told her just check that there's sound, and of course there wasn't sound. Got that. I'm keeping them in because I'm likely to lose it. And we're going to stamp our little bunny here in tuxedo black. And I'm using my piercing mat because these are photopolymer stamps and it gives a nice cushioning for your stamps. So you won't get the stamped images. You can either substitute with what you've got or you can purchase the bundle or bundles. When you place an order of $100, not only do you get the kit, but until 28th of Feb, you also get you qualify for a Sale-A-Bration reward. So that's our promotion, Sale-A-Bration. Every $100 you spend, you get to choose from our Sale-A-Bration catalog. So that's a bit extra you get. And also there's a tutorial bundle that you can get from me as well. So I have brought in Old Olive stamping blends for the little his bow tie and lemon lime twist. So I'm going to start with the dark Old Olive in the center. I hope that's clear enough. Love to hear whether the stream is good. As I said, I've been trying something new. And then I'm going with light Old Olive. And I appreciate you joining me and sharing and liking the video. And now I'm just going in with light lemon lime twist. So I'm not using the dark on this, but the light just to bring in some variation on that bunny's bow tie. Now for the bunny itself, I have got ivory. So ivory comes in a pack with ivory and bronze. And then I've got the medium set and the medium deep. Now I won't be using all of them, but I will use some of them. So I will probably go in with medium and this is the medium, the SU 500. So they come in a pack of 2, and I'm just adding, basically going over those lines that are there, and hope you've had a good week. And Let me know what you're doing on the weekend. Tomorrow, today I was not well, but tomorrow I have a stamping session with the Stamping Lounge. We have which is a crafty community. We have a membership, and every month we have a session where we just craft along together. Just called a Zoom chit chat, and we come on and just craft along and chat. And it's just nice to get together for an hour or two just to talk, catch up on some crafting. I'm using the brush tip now for those larger areas. And by doing that brush tip, I'm able to get some even sort of a lighter area there. That's probably my first bunny for my display card, I should say, is a bit darker. And I probably alternated between the medium deep and probably added more of this, which was the SU 300, which is part of the medium deep. And do color in a few different ones, and you get some variations in the bunnies. Just bringing back in and blending in that darker color. I'm not doing too much. Yeah, add in a little bit of this darker one, the medium deep, as in a shadow there, there. Where those lines go, I just extend it a bit, right? Then I'll go back in with this medium light. They're designed to work together, and I think it's good to have those neutral tones in your stash. If you wanted to, you could color that in and even add some the color lifted in there. So now I've got the ivory, and you could use petal pink. I like the look of the ivory here. I'm going to bring that in here a bit as well, down here. And instead of leaving it stark white, the ivory is a good neutral. It's a bit like basic beige, it just adds a nice color. If you want the PDF tutorials, if you're not in Australia and you can't get the kit, because you can always get, because you can't purchase the kits from overseas here, you can always get the tutorial, the PDF tutorial, which I'll have the link for. I had put it on my previous post, but because it went a bit awry, a bit crazy, it's not there on this one. I will upload the links all up for you, and for the supply list as well if you're wanting to order anything, so you have it all there. Oh, let's color his tail too with the ivory. So it's not, you can have white, but it's just not so stark. So he's ready to die cut. And we can do that. We don't have any other further die cutting to do. The rest is all done in the kit. Hey, Kayla. How are you? I'm a bit late today. I had some technical dramas. Yeah, you're looking forward to tomorrow, Anita? Yeah, me too. It's going to be so fun. I think I'm going to, I'm in one chaining up what I'm going to work on. I might work on that mixed media set with the tulips because I haven't touched that yet, and I just got it like week before last, but I just haven't had time to do anything with it, and it's beautiful. So that might be my product of choice to work with. I don't know. I've also got those this the arches. That's another one. So oh thanks. I'm pulling off my I've got my die cutting machine on the floor. Yeah. The, these bunnies are cute. I think the amount we've been creating with at the lounge with all these bunnies, we'll be hopping around so much. We're bunnied out. So this is the piece that I haven't done, but you will have it all embossed in your kit. And that's not what I'm doing. I'm getting the embossing plate. Are your plates like mine? Mine are crazy, like well and truly used. I just ordered a new set, but I haven't ordered the base plate, even though that needs changing. I just worked with it. It's working fine. It's just a bit janky. So now it's just a matter of assembly, really, because we've got everything there. And so you know what? I thought I'd cut the inside of the card as well, the Night of Navy and things. I hadn't done that. I forgot about it. Clearly, I was doing something else while I was doing this. So we'll glue this on. This is the eyelet embossing folder. Gonna bring this in so you can have a bit of a look. And see, I've got a bit of a mark on that side, so I'll just flip it. Because no one really looks at the back. Oh, your swaps for on stage, Anita. I think that's going to be maybe next weekend task for me. It's kind of, you've got to get in the groove, isn't it? And just get onto it. I don't know what stamp set I'm working with. I have to work that out. Once I do that, then maybe that might be easier. Do you have many to do, Anita? Are you in organized swaps? I normally organize one, but this time I said no, I'm not doing it. I'm very disorganized at the moment, so I thought no. Last one stitches I did that. It was good, but like, oh, it's a bit of work making sure everything's done. So I just glued that onto my Boho Blue panel, and we're just going to glue that on. And as I said, I wanted to use these guys a bit because I don't think they get too much, what do you call, exposure. Because you feel like you need to fussy cut them. If you don't, you can just use them as is. And there will be, and you can see them. One's swinging on his swing. They're all up to different ones. I don't know, thinking the daisy is an umbrella. Looks like that. Cute. They're all up to different things. All right. Hi, Christine. Thank you. Um, Thanks for joining me. Oh goodness. And it's coming around so fast. I know. I don't know. It's about 6 weeks, right? Oh goodness. It is flying. Like 31st of January today, and we'll have on stage in no time at all. So this is a die card from the Spotlight on Nature. Speaking of on stage, that was one of the sets that were available for our last on stage when we had the after hours. And I'm just blending with boho blue on boho blue. Yeah, that's all I'm done. And then I'm taking, this is the little strawberry piece, which we used in our first card we made. I'm going to, see, I've cut this out of boho blue. I'm going to give you a night of navy piece in the original, but because I've got boho blue here, I'm going to change it to night of navy, and by just, because it saved me cutting up another piece. I've got two. I must have had a lot on my mind when I was saying that. And you can do this. You can have white cardstock and change your, have all the ink pads and change your colors. And now we've got a night of navy piece. I picked the flowers, Anita, for after hours. I did not pick the turtles. That wasn't my vibe. what it, I can't remember what it was either. It was a definite no for the turtles, but it's funny. It was, we don't know what stamp set it was. We just go, yep, not the turtles. My interest is to see how many who picked the turtles. That'll be interesting to see, and what they do with it. That's always fun to see as well. So we've got this piece, and we're gonna kind of stick this under here. All right, so you have partially thin. So I'm gonna glue it around there, just straight glue. You picked the turtles, Anita? Oh, Kayla, sorry, Kayla, you said you have no idea what the flowers are called. Yeah, same. But Anita, you picked the turtles. Yeah, I'm interested to see what cards they do with it. And what scrapbook layouts. That's going to be fun too to see. yeah, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Because I'm sure there's always something nice to do with what people do with the layouts. And it's just not my style. But then again, like, once you start creating, you never know what comes off it, isn't it? Now, if you wanted, see, this is a bit, because we've got so much cardstock, this is something I did on this previous card. I just cut a bit of kind of scrap to lay under that piece before you stick down, just to balance it out a bit. And it just helps with the, so it's not sitting. So I'm going to leave that and stick that under. And you can do that. Just use a bit of scrap. And it'll help with that balance. I'm not adding dimensionals. It's not that thick. But it's just because there's a fair bit of cardstock on that side. and it'll level it out. And it's not a have to, but it does help. Right. Okay, I'll push that a bit higher. That's okay. We can push it a bit lower, and that'll get covered with our leaves. So I don't even need to get the glue out. Now, where is my bunny? Mr. Bunny, where have you gone? Anyway, I'll turn up. I'm wondering whether he's still on my... Here he is. Okay, put him on my right, so I do not... On my right hand, man. Don't lose him. All right, so we've got another piece of another die cut from this stylish, not stylish, Spotlight on Nature. This is quite a good set. Like, you've got 12 by memory circles. Some have the full edge like the previous one, like that boho blue one, and the others have this little detail. So they're nice, like a variation. Then you will get a piece like this, and this is the frame from the, let me get it out to show you, from the Storybook Friends. I'm just going to use that as a border. Now just check anything you've got like this, check, you can use them as little borders under even under this. If you add two, they'll sit nicely. I'm using it under my sentiment, just to add some detail. Flowers are stuck there. So you will get, this is from the Stippled Roses. I have die cut 2 sets of leaves, and this will be included, and a set of flowers. So that's just one pass, like you get 3 flowers from the Stippled Roses. How long has it been since you've used Stippled Roses? No, we get those sets and we use them and then forget about them sometimes. That's a good little set. Oh, I'm glad you like that tip, Anita. Yeah, the scrap does help you just to add a bit of balance instead of, like, dimensional sometimes are hefty in the sense of thicker, but it just adds that little bit. So now I'm just taking my old olive and adding just a little bit of blending. You're still going to leave some white space up the top. Not a lot, but just to add a touch of color and bring in the greens from the paper as well. So I love the leaves in this set, really nice. So I'll keep, I need the old olive. So we will put, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals, put them in the center, because then you can fiddle with your leaves and put them, like, adjust them. Otherwise, when you have them, if you have them spread across, then it's a bit harder. But I don't put my leaves generally prior to putting the circle, because it's a little bit tricky to try and place them once you, without having the rest of your elements in place. That's what I find. So it's easier once you have your main elements. It's like anything, like I always say, like floral arranging. Yeah, you have to have like that main flowers or whatever there before you start putting in the bits and the filler pieces. So there, I'm kind of going to just glue this. And on that, I might add a little bit of a dimension, a mini dimensional. It's beautiful, Kayla. I was surprised when I said you didn't have this one. Uh, and it's got some other little leafy and florals in there. So you can either do this one over or the other one under. Either way, other one over, it doesn't matter. Just to give some foliage under the little bunny. And I think it lends itself to that. Needs something. See, just so this is not sticking out, we're going to add, not right at the top, but more here. So there's something solid sticking up a bit. And I'll curve that. And I'll do the same with this. The little flowers are from that set too. And there's one die which cuts the 3 flowers. That was in, I think, was it last year's mini, because we had that Sale-A-Bration product, the DSP. Oh, you never got that, Anita, the stipple roses? I wasn't sure about it like when it first came out because it had the darker flowers. Like I thought, oh, it'll be really hard to use, and I've used it so much. Not lately, but when I was using it a lot when it first came out, and I've done quite a few cards. Like if you want like inspiration, just put stipple roses on my blog, and it'll just come up with ideas. I did a lot of monochromatic cards with it as well. I kind of remember doing one with, I think it was red and white. But yeah, it's a good stamp set. So then I have added my bunny. I'm just curving his ears. He'll sit amongst the flowers there, amongst the greenery. Then I'm going to add my flowers here and there. Just a dab of glue. You could add a glue dot if you wanted. And like the detail on these flowers too. It's just like it's not stitching, but it's got some interesting detail. So for a sentiment, I picked Hello Friend. You could go with Easter greetings as well. Just the bunny's there, so any of those would suit. And I'm stamping in Old Olive. Now that's not straight, but that's okay. It's more, I didn't really go with a, it's a more, what do you say, natural or, that came out. You know, when the stamps get a little bit dirty or dusty on the back, they come off. So you need to give it a clean at the back, then they stick back on. So you can use stamping mist or just even a wet wipe at the backs works. Trim that. I'll give you a bigger piece than this so you're not fiddling, and then just trim it down to size. And I'm layering it on Night of Navy. So just use your scraps for this. It's easy for stamps to get like that, you know, dusty and things because sitting on your desk, I don't know, my desk is a mess. You may be a clean worker. It's like 0 to 100. I try to clean up the night before so it looks presentable for 5 minutes. Then we're going to add that under there. So I will trim that right there. And then you can trim off any unwanted edges, but add the glue to the bottom. Cleaning too much, not enough crafting. You've got the DSP during Sale-A-Bration last year, Anita, for the stippled roses one. Yeah, that DSP was pretty. It was had lovely soft tones and stuff. I remember that one. I mean, I think that's the one that made me really. I liked Wild Wheat, but in that, Wild Wheat was really pretty. Like, you know, the softer tone of Wild Wheat was really nice. I like using my dies like this just for something a bit extra. Can balance it out. Looks like a gate. And I'm just adding it on top of that join, just to be doubly certain. I do that wherever I can to make sure. Just trimming that little bit off. Now I will give you for this inside, I haven't cut it out, the Night of Navy and the white, and I will show you how I decorated the envelope as well. So that's how I did the inside. For the embellishments, I'm getting my antique pearls as the center of the flower. You could color them in even like a cherry cobbler or a red would be nice, or a yellow, the daffodil delight color, wild wheat. I just chose to go with the plain, the vanilla or color, just for a classic look. I've got those three I coloured, which I've still got to use, which I coloured during our catalogue launch that time. Now, linen thread, linen thread. I think I've used a new pack. Where is it? No, that's gold. We could use gold. But oh, where is it? Hunting, hunting. Here we are. I haven't run out yet. No, I've already jumped, got into it. I finished one today. So when I finish one, I have to buy another one. You could swap out the blues for like a um, Calypso coral or something, just for variation, and try and see what that would look like. Sometimes nice to try something different and change up the combination. You don't have to reinvent the whole thing, just do something different, just change colors. So I'm going to tuck in a glue dot under there, and I'm adding the ball in, and then I just kind of coerce it in there into that, so kind of fits. You can add it earlier, but I just like to work it in after, because then I can see where it is. And nice. So that's our card, and for our envelope, then the inside, all I'm going to do is stamp, do some ink blending in green, in Old Olive. Nice and easy. But it's quite effective when you stamp the image again. And we'll do a few splatters in this medium deep, like with the same color you use for your bunny. And it kind of fills in the face. And I will stamp the bunny just in black. So this is like good if you don't want to put in too much of decorating of envelopes and stuff. Like, you still want it to be pretty, but if you're doing a whole host of stuff, like something like on stage where you're doing multiples, or for Easter, or something, you don't want to do huge. You want to do something where you can replicate, or duplicate, I should say. So then you've still got him, looks like he's been colored in a bit. And that's our fourth card. So that's that one, today's one. So I'll bring in the first three, which I showed. I'll bring in all four. So let me know what you think of our card today, and I will recap again. I showed them at the start, but if you want here, I'll show you the 4 cards that you can get a kit for. Place an order today, being the 31st. Unfortunately, that's the end of the month. And $100 order will get you the kit for all 4 cards. So this is the 4 we've done this month. Yeah, boho blue and wild wheat are definitely one of two of my favorite colors. Pebble Path too. Goodness, I love Pebble Path. That's such a nice sort of a browny grey color. Just perfect. So this is our four. These are our four cards, which we've done. A bit of a varied bunch. I hope you enjoyed that and join me next week for our next series. So next week will be February, and we'll move on to our next lot of cards. Oh, thank you, Kayla. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this suite, and I think I've definitely used it more than I've done any other suite. Thanks, my story. It's good to like make yourself to use something and like basically use every stamp and die in the set to um, make the most of your purchases, and I felt like I've got good value out of this one. So thanks everyone. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you next week for our next live. Thank you. All right. See you everyone. Bye bye.